Are you a people pleaser? Do you always do things that make other people happy when given the option of making you happy or making other people happy? Which one do you choose? Do you choose the other people? If you do, you might be a people pleaser. If you tell your friends, yeah, those pants look real good when they're walking around looking like a busted can of biscuits, you might be a people pleaser. Do you go out of your way to do things for people when it is completely not what you want to be doing or very hard for you to accomplish? You might be a people pleaser and you need to stick around for this video because we're going to talk about that.
I'm 46 years old and living my best life, and it did not come easy. It didn't just happen. I'm here to share my experiences with you so you can live your best life too.
Okay, so for as long as you can remember, you've been doing things for other people and working very hard to make other people happy and completely neglecting yourself, haven't you? In some way, you probably have. Are you a people pleaser though? Do you always do things for other people and not yourself? Do you do things for other people that you wish you could do for yourself, but for whatever reason you haven't done those things? Let's not do that anymore. Let's stop doing that. Let's stop trying to make everybody else happy on any level and neglecting yourself. And it starts with simple things. I mean, stopping the pleasing thing, that's big, but it starts with something small. The first thing, speak in your mind. When somebody asks you what you think about something, what do you tell them? Do you tell them you don't know? Or do you tell them what you think they want to hear so they're not mad at you? Stop doing that. Speak your mind. Whenever you get the opportunity, speak your mind. You are not obligated to make other people happy at the neglect of yourself. And if by agreeing with something that somebody says, that even if it's totally, completely asinine or against whatever it is that you're wanting to do, tell them. Speak up. Say, no, I don't want to do that. Don't be afraid to say what's on your mind. Don't be afraid to tell people no. There is absolutely no reason you should have to get out in the night to go pick up somebody from work and take them on the other side of town just because they asked you. You do have the option of saying no. You are not a taxi service. You can include that or not. I don't know. I'm salty. I'm not a taxi. We'll call it taxi. You are not obligated in any way to make anyone else happy other than yourself. And it's high time you start doing that. And the simplest things make the biggest impact when you can finally get to a point where you can speak your mind. It's so freeing. When you can tell somebody no. When you can tell somebody they don't look good in those pants. Find some different pants. It's liberating. You are allowed to refuse things. You are allowed to say, no, I'm sorry, I don't need that. Please give it to someone that does. You are allowed to say, no, I'm sorry, I don't want to do that. I would rather do this. You are allowed to speak up for yourself. And for many, many, many women, I see this and I hear them saying things like this all the time. Speak up for yourself. You are over 40 now. It is time, because nobody else is going to speak for you. You have to do it for yourself. And if trying to make other people happy has left you high and dry, broke, tired, your car's out of gas, you don't have time to get yourself places because you're taking other people to different places, maybe it's time to put your foot down and say, that's not good for me. I'm not going to do that. It comes down to taking control of yourself, your own life, and letting everybody else have control of theirs and not yours. They don't live your life. You do. They aren't the ones that have to be at work at 5 o'clock in the morning. You are. They can find their own ride. You are not their taxi. I was watching TV and there was and this was an interview, with an actual person, and she said, I came in contact with her and she looked like a teenager, but she spoke her mind like a 40-year-old woman. Be that 40-year-old woman that speaks her mind. Don't be the kid that's afraid to speak up. When somebody asks you, do you want to, or do you like this, or do you want this? And if you don't want it, say no. If you do want it, take it, say yes, thank you. But don't be afraid to speak up. We're past all that. Even when it comes to family. My dad offered me something not long ago, and it's something it's ground chicken, and I tried it and I don't like it. It tastes like chewing on shoestrings. It don't break down into tiny pieces. It's just hard and gross and dry and ruined a whole pot of spaghetti. He offered it to me and I said, no, thank you. Give that to someone who will eat it. And you know what? I don't have ground chicken in my freezer collecting frostbite like I do the hamburger patties that I just can't cook because I can't stand the smell since I had COVID. But I didn't say no when they were offered to me, so now I have hamburger patties in my freezer that I cannot stand the smell of. Take control and take charge of your own life. Speak your mind. You don't have to be hurtful. Just speak your mind. Stand up for yourself. It's time, don't you think?